With the Paris 2024 Olympic Games having come and gone, a lot of people in the gaming community were wondering if we would get a new Olympic crossover between two gaming icons, Mario and Sonic. As the Olympic Games had approached rapidly, there was no news on whether they were going to reunite in Paris, leaving fans scratching their heads. The Mario and Sonic Olympic series had been widely successful with the first installment, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, which took place in Beijing 2008. The crossover series overall has sold approximately 26.25 million copies worldwide. However, sales had begun to decrease as each new installment was released, with the Tokyo 2020 installment only selling approximately 900,000 units as of March 2020. It's pretty safe to say that the series didn't make a comeback for Paris as a result of declining unit sales, particularly with the Tokyo 2020 installment being the second lowest selling game in the series. I'd also like to add very quickly that this news came out a few days ago, so this happened as I was writing this script. The Olympics had chosen to discontinue their licensing agreement with Sega, so they actually couldn't make the Olympic Games crossover game with Mario and Sonic because the Olympics just, said, nah, we're gonna opt for NFTs and esports. Now, as someone who played London 2012 almost every day as a 6-year-old, the lack of an installment this year had also left me scratching my head. This series had introduced me to and sparked my love for the Sonic franchise, while also sparking my love for the Olympics. And since there wasn't an installment for this year's Olympics in Paris, I figured to take things into my own hands and develop what I would have liked to see if there was an installment for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Hi, I am Bella B, and welcome to my newest series, which I would like to call the What If series, in which I will explore what I would like to see in the franchises I enjoy. Let's get right into it. Right from the beginning of the Olympics crossover series, there have been a variety of events that have been showcased, ranging from athletics, gymnastics, shooting, archery, rowing, aquatics, fencing, and table tennis, with newer events also being added in the more recent editions of the game, like Rugby Sevens in the Rio 2016 installment, as well as skateboarding and surfing in Tokyo 2020 installment. Alongside the traditional events, there was also Dream events, in which are events that have been adapted to the worlds of Mario and Sonic, such as Dream Equestrian in London 2012, in which you are required to work in a team to safely carry a cart full of Yoshi eggs in the back of your horse, while trying to watch out for Kamek placing little tricks all across the course to try and make you lose your eggs. In my concept of a Paris 2024 game, there are a variety of sports I'd love to have incorporated. They are athletics, which breaks into the 100-meter sprint, 110-meter hurdles, 4x100-meter sprint, triple jump, high jump, discus throw, hammer throw, javelin throw, and pole vault. Gymnastics, which breaks into uneven bars, vault, trampoline, rhythmic ribbon, rhythmic clubs, rhythmic ball, and rhythmic hoop. Swimming, which breaks into the 100-meter freestyle and the 4x100-meter freestyle relay. Artistic swimming. Cycling, which breaks into BMX racing, BMX freestyle, cycling track and cycling road. Skateboarding, surfing, table tennis, golf, archery, football, also known as soccer, rugby sevens, boxing, sport climbing, badminton, equestrian, canoeing, karate, judo, taekwondo, shooting, fencing, beach volleyball, basketball, tennis, water polo, breaking, diving, and sailing. I understand that this is a lot of sports to incorporate in a game, but this is a hypothetical idea, so it doesn't really matter. This is my ideal game after all. Along with these events, I'd also like to see the return of Dream events. I'd want to see some of the older Dream events return, and I'm definitely not biased or anything, but I'd particularly like to see some of the ones come from London 2012 again. I had a couple concepts of my own as well, but I only fleshed out one idea, so please bear with me. So there was Dream Soccer, based on Mario Strikers, Dream Skateboarding, based on Sonic Riders, Dream Discus Throw, based on Super Mario Odyssey with Cappy, and Dream Shooting, based on Sonic Forces with the Wisps and Wispins. The only Dream event I actually fleshed out was Dream Skateboarding. The player basically rides around on a course from Sonic Riders, and the way to win is performing tricks while racing, so if you have the most points, you win, and depending on your placement in the race, you earn extra points. So first place is 50 extra points, second place is 25 extra, third is 12, and then sixth is 4. Since the first installment of the series, there have been many iconic characters from both franchises featured. However, the roster has been the same for almost every installment of each game, while having the occasional guest character that you were required to unlock through beating them in their designated competition, such as Styx in archery in Rio 2016. But before I go on to talk about what characters I would want to see in a Paris 2024 game, I'd like to talk about the characters you, the fans, would want to see in a hypothetical 2024 game. I turned to Twitter to find out which characters they would like to see join the roster, and there were a variety of responses. Some people suggested some of the IDW Sonic characters, such as Tangle, Whisper, and Lanolin, Tikal, Pauline, Kamek, I hope that's how you say that name, Styx, Sage, Gino, Rouge, Big, and some other characters. Garfield. Now, it is more Sonic character heavy, and understandably so, as most of the main Mario characters are already a part of the main roster, whereas there are many more main Sonic characters that have been left out of the roster in the Olympic Games, and at the very least have had some small references, such as Tikal's Mii costume in London 2012. If it were up to me, the base roster I would have for Paris 2024 is pretty much the same, but I'll explain why in a minute. But the base roster I'd have is Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Bowser, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Dr. Eggman, Wario, Waluigi, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Bowser Jr., Shadow, Silver, Metal Sonic, and Vector. That's a mouthful. While playing, I'd also like to incorporate unlockable characters to add to the roster, in similar fashion to how Super Smash Bros. Unlocks new characters for the roster. An incoming opponent screen will appear after 10 minutes of playing and will automatically take the player into the sport in which they are required to compete to unlock the character. The unlockable characters are Jet, unlocked through skateboarding, Rosalina, unlocked through the 100-meter freestyle, Rouge, unlocked through sport climbing, Pauline, unlocked through golf, Espio, unlocked through triple jump, Diddy Kong, unlocked through rugby sevens, Marine, unlocked through sailing, Toad, unlocked through tennis, and Charmy, unlocked through high jump. And you're probably like, where are the Deadly Six characters like Zaz and Zavok? I'm gonna be real with you, I just don't like the characters, and I feel like their incorporation in previous entries of the Olympic series was a little bit forced, and they were only used to parallel the Koopalings. So once you unlock a character, you will be able to play as them in all sports rather than having them locked away to the sport you beat them in, so like SBO in triple jump or Pauline in golf. And one last addition I would put in is customizable characters, similar to that of Sonic Forces. The character customization would allow the player to create a custom Toad, Koopa Troopa, Goomba, Yoshi, Shy Guy, Hedgehog, Fox, Echidna, Cat, or a human character, in the styles of Mario and Sonic. With each game, there's a little something extra, such as London Party in London 2012 or the story mode in Tokyo 2020. For Paris, I'd like to see the return of story mode. For the main part of the story, my initial idea was to have Eggman and Bowser making trouble, stealing the Mona Lisa, just causing general havoc in Paris. And that was about it. So then I came up with a better idea. My new idea would be based around Bowser and Eggman being up to no good and using the Eiffel Tower as a big transmitter to mind control the athletes in Paris in order to win all the gold medals for themselves. The storyline starts out with the player being either Mario or Sonic, mostly interchangeable and you can choose which one you want to be, and allows you to unlock certain characters throughout the story, and you'll be able to play as those characters as you unlock them. But don't worry, you'll still have the full roster of characters when you aren't playing in story mode, so it's all good. Instead of the main cast working together to save Mario, Sonic, Toad, Bowser, and Eggman like they did in Tokyo 2020, Mario and Sonic are the only ones who didn't get hit with the mind control ray, as they were showing Olympic spirit. I don't know, they were dapping each other up or something, I don't know. Eggman and Bowser obviously didn't get impacted by their mind control ray, as they had planned out a way to not get impacted by it because they were the ones who transmitted it. The first character that Mario and Sonic recover is Shadow, who is not entirely thrilled to learn about the situation. After a little banter and a boxing match, they eventually recover Donkey Kong. I specifically chose Shadow and Donkey Kong to be the first characters to be recovered because they're rivals to Mario and Sonic, and it'd be a fun way to push the idea of Olympic spirit by cooperating with your rivals and overcoming your rivalry to obtain one main goal: recovering everyone. So this part of the video is unscripted, but I didn't get to go through everything that I wanted to cover in this video, simply because I wanted to have this video uploaded on YouTube after the closing ceremony, which, as of me recording this, is in about 8 hours, so I'm running out of time. But yeah, I wanted to go through more visual concepts and things like that. I only showed off one concept, and that was the one with Jet, but I want to show more of that, my ideas off. I wanted to show off a box art, but I didn't get a chance to do that, so if you want to see that in a second part to this video, I will happily provide that, because I absolutely love the Mario and Sonic Olympic series. It's a massive part of my childhood, so I'm happy to do that for you guys. Just let me know in the comments. I will do it. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.